Kia ora, Scorpio. This is your reading, rising, sun and moon. This is your reading for this beautiful full moon in Gemini. And there's a thread running through a lot of these readings this time round for this full moon that are in relation to where we sit with our communication, with our relating selves, how we can sort of be aware of certain things, step back a little bit, be a little bit more objective about ways that where we can improve, etc., etc. So it's all very good. So thank you for all your likes, subscribes. Please feel free to do so. It really helps this channel to be seen by more people as a small little channel. And let's get into your reading. We go through and clarify, if you haven't joined me before, with other decks. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So let's get into it, Scorpio. I've got a rock mineral crystal card just for you, face down. We will pick that up at the end of this reading. So let's get the cards out here for Scorpios at this time of this, what should be a really nice sort of, maybe, I don't know, full moon. In Gemini, we're getting the Hanged Man coming out quite a lot, which for me always signifies, you know, a dampening down, a shutting off a little bit from the extraneous stimuli that's coming at us from all directions a lot of the time. Wow, Scorpio. So let's see what's going on. You come out here with, starting here with the Five of Discs. We know the Five of Discs. It's about, you know, we look at our questioning our ability to receive willingly. Do we choose to be left out in the cold sometimes? You know, it is the universal archetype, the Five of Discs, universal archetype of the victim, of which we all have, and we all play that out sometimes. And sometimes it's, you know, we can feel it, and it's sort of like a default habit. And it's just to be aware of that is really helpful. We then have the Hanged Man, as I said, turning the volume down from all this stuff that's coming at us. So we go into Hanged Man zone. It is for a reason. We go into it many times throughout a lifetime. For a day, an hour, even months sometimes. We know when we go into this place, we are not distracted by anything, any extraneous things coming at us or around us. We go into this place because we know that there is something that we are working on, masticating over. When we come down from Hanged Man zone, we have a different perspective on. And I do believe it is this, and what that has been for you, Scorpio, how it's played out for you, whether it's people around you, whether it's yourself. There's a shift happening here and a new perspective. We then have the Nine of Cups. So we're looking at a card which is really happy. You know, we've got these 9 cups. We're really happy with them. I guess the thing is we don't want to be complacent with them. And of course, there's always movement, isn't there? And we don't just get happy and then we hold happy and we sit on happy so happy stays with us and we're happy all the time. Life is not like that. But it's very helpful to be aware at any given time what makes you happy. It's one of the hardest things these days. People, why am I not happy? You know, it's like, God, I know there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of situations and experiences that people have that very not a happy time. But to bring it back down to here, you know, we just don't want to get complacent with it. And it's okay not to be happy all the time, Scorpio. It just is. And I'd say you, as a sign over many others, would fully understand and appreciate that comment. Because, you know, sometimes there is a beauty in melancholy. And I only say that because I have my moon is in Scorpio. And I'm not suggesting that you're melancholic here. I'm just suggesting that you are doing some proactive moves in order to shift certain things that you're aware of that either don't work for you or you just want to shift it up a bit. We come at the end here to the Ten of Wands. We know the Ten of Wands is about releasing a bit of pressure, getting rid of that burden, whatever it is, whether it's too many obligations, too many responsibilities that you don't need to take on, that you don't need to continue to carry. And so there's a release here. It's really lovely. It's like a loosening up. It's like when you're in the middle of biking, you know, and your chain, which mine does, comes off, and suddenly it's like, whoa, there's no tension anymore in that moment. So let's go through and clarify. Scorpio, we're looking at the Five of Discs for you. What is this Five of Discs? Well, we know it's the universal archetype. What do we get flying out, Scorpio? We get the Five of Discs. In the Thoth deck, it's called Worry. Just get another card here. And yeah, it's all about movement, right? I think that's the underlying, underpinning thing is movement. I say that a movement and shifting that if there's any propensity at this current time or a feeling of being victimized, you know, victimization is real. But the thing is, we don't want to, this is an archetype and we all experience it. Anyway, I'm just saying a shifting of it. I say this because with those two Five of Discs, we've got the Seven of Cups. You know, in some decks we see like so many options, we can't decide. We need to just look at them for a while to figure it out. Options, opportunities, what's going to work, what's not. Sorry, excuse me. In the Thoth deck, we see water with cups, with seven, assessing our emotional realms here. And we see, you know, in this fountain that the water, because there's an assessment going on, the water's not flowing to the same degree it could. So there's a level of stagnation. I think maybe for some Scorpios, you know, you've realised that that lack mentality has held you back. And for a lot of us, we look back and say, yeah, I just didn't feel like I could accept that, or I was able to, that I was good enough to. Because we're talking about the value which we put on ourselves. How do we value ourselves, Scorpio? So it's quite lovely. Now, we're looking at the Hanged Man. For Scorpio, and a requirement here to go into Hanged Man zone, to come out with a different perspective, yeah. But in the process, here we have the Star. To clarify that, Hanged Man, this is a healing, Scorpio. This is on a fundamental level. It is a healing process. You are a connector. between, your feet on this earth and your connection to the wider cosmos. You are the conduit in this card, in the beautiful star card. You are stripped back naked, and you can be that in Hanged Man mode, because you're there on your Todd, which means you're there on your own. Beautiful healing card, stripped back naked. This is a powerful, willing transformation for Scorpio. We're looking at, and that's right, 8 of Wands, fast movement, messages coming through. Maybe this is one of many that you've had today or in the last few days or over the next week. Quick, swift movement, communication, changes and shifts. Now we're looking at that 9 of Cups. Somehow, somewhere, that 9 of Cups gets a real zhuzh up in the best possible way. That maybe you get to that 10th cup. You don't know. What we do know is that there's a shift. 6 of Swords, beautiful balance 6. Invulnerable card, Scorpio. What we do know here is that you are moving to a calmer place psychologically, emotionally, even physically. You might be moving to a safer place, a calmer place, or a place that you like more. You know what I mean? It's really successful. Beautiful and balanced. Wasn't looking at that 10 of Wands, the next one up, but we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is amazing stuff. Wheel of Fortune. Just by being aware of one aspect of how you work with that archetype of the victim, so many things shift. Let's see this 10 of Wands. We get the 9 of Discs, beautiful card of independence. Is that you're surrounded by everything. Another 9 that you value, that you've created in your world. There was one other card that my finger was stuck on there, and it is a Gemini card, Scorpio. We've got the Lovers, beautiful card, ultimately of choice, ultimately of integrating left-right brain. A synthesis, a divine marriage within, going on internally, Scorpios, for you at this time. Let's get a Pixie and Fairy card. It's beautiful reading. Oh, wow. Okay, so something returns to you that you thought you had lost. Simple as that. Ilb the Retriever. Something returns. Usually something quite precious. And rock mineral crystal that you can carry with you through the week. Beautiful amber. Harmony, home protection, calm and attracts love. What more can you say? On that note, Scorpio, thanks so much for joining me, being part of this channel as you are watching. Take good care. Take good care over the full moon in Gemini. We'll see you for the next new moon time. Ka kite, bye.